Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a bit more of a more recent G.I. Joe Classified Convention exclusive. I believe if I scheduled this correctly, this convention exclusive will come out after the Serpentor review / retrospective. But this one being the recent London and New York Comic Con exclusive. And that is the Cobra La Pythona. Now, I know Cobra La is very hit and miss with G.I. Joe fans. Some people love it, other people hate it. I'm not of that generation. I'm not even of the original G.I. Joe generation. I got into G.I. Joe solely because of G.I. Joe Classified. But I'm slowly working my way back through the old Sunbow cartoon, some of the movies, and I'm currently reading the G.I. Joe Compendium via Amazon Kindle and things like that. I have bought the paperback version because I want to actually have a physical copy, but I am slowly catching up on the world of G.I. Joe and things like that. So my knowledge is growing, but it's also very hit and miss. So I do apologise if I do get things wrong or mixed up, or if I'm not as knowledgeable on these sorts of things. However, there are some great YouTubers out there who have done sort of histories and retrospectives on G.I. Joe. My most recent one that I've been getting quite a lot of really good lore and history of is Destro is My Spirit Animal, I believe his channel name is. He's done some really great videos on the histories of these sorts of things. If you're looking more for history on sort of the actual toys themselves, I highly recommend Analog Toys. Retro Blasting as well. They've done some really great videos on the sort of old Palatoy and Hasbro original 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joes and the history of them. So I highly recommend them. But let's dig into Pythona here. I'm of the opinion I actually really love the Cobra La stuff. I'm a big fan of sort of like monsters and weird alien sort of style kind of figures and things. So to me, this is right up my alley. And because I'm becoming a rapid fan of G.I. Joe, it's a crossbreed of my favourite things. So I am digging the Cobra La kind of stuff. So for this one, I do have the packaging, so let's just put Pythona to the side here, as well as all the accessories, and we will take a quick look at the packaging. Again, I'm not a big packaging guy, so for the purposes of these upcoming reviews, I will show off the packaging as and when I can. If I've put the packaging in storage or it's been thrown away, I can only apologise. But let me know if you guys even want to see the packaging in these reviews, or if you just want me to dive straight into the figures themselves. But when it comes to convention exclusives, I do tend to keep the packaging. So take a look at this. It comes in this really nice Cobra La style packaging that we've seen with the Once a Man Cobra Commander and Nemesis Enforcer. So it's nice and shiny. She's number 172, I believe that says in there. Yeah, really nice rainbow reflective, nice image of Pythona herself right there. The artwork is really stunning. I will always say that. When it comes to packaging artwork and stuff like that, Hasbro does really nice packaging artwork. So more credit to them there. Then on the back, you'll have to forgive the Chinese / Hong Kong label there. I did get this a little bit early from Kapow Toys, so I've had this for a good little while, but she is my most recent. As you can see, the rainbow reflective catches are really nice there. But zooming in real quick, we do get a nice headshot of her alternative head sculpt. Whatever this thing is, just this weird, more like creature. And then her with her hood up. And then you get a nice shot with the figure all posed out with some of the accessories and the fanged head. and all that lot, as well as some references. You get to some Cobra Troopers right there. And then obviously you have all the little stats on the side here, and then the QR code to access that. I don't know if that still works anymore or not. I don't even know what any of these even mean. That's it for the packaging, all your legalese on the bottom there. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this review. Pythona herself. I really dig this figure. The face sculpt is really, really good. I think, as I've said in previous JoJo classified videos, Hasbro has some of the best face printing tech on the market, as far as I'm concerned. They absolutely nail it with these face sculpts. They just really pop, really crisp, clean details. She does come with an alternative head that we will take a look at in a minute, but the cape alone, you can sort of unplug the ponytail, and the hood does pop up. Mine's a little bit stuck. What's mine getting stuck on? I might have to pop the head off and just take a good look at that. But yeah, if you pop this ponytail off, it should allow for the hood clearance to come up. But let's just bunch the cape up really quick so we can zoom in on some of the details here. With Cobra La, I think the lore behind Cobra La a little bit is they're this underground society that originally started Cobra. Depending on what continuity you're reading from. Again, I'm not well versed on this history just yet. I'm not up to the Cobra La sort of stuff yet. But they sort of like live underground, and they're sort of like evolved into these weird creatures. I believe Globulus is the leader. And then you have like Nemesis and Forcer and Pythona and things like that underneath their command. But she features this really nice sort of like textured skin sort of stuff. I wouldn't know what creature it sort of evolves from. I don't think it would be a snake. I'm assuming it would be some type of snake, some weird snake. But really nicely detailed. The purples really do shine on here. There is a little bit of a black wash on certain areas as well. Let's pop the head off real quick. And I'm just going to take her discs off really quickly. And then we can pop the alternate head on. Just that way we can see it as well on the figure. There we go. Let's just pop those over there. Just that way we can get some variety. But I don't tend to display mine like this. Although I might switch it up in the near future. But in this, she has this sort of screaming head showing off her fangs that do have a bit of a green in there, if the camera wants to pick that up. Come on, focus. There we go. It's not as focused, I do apologise. I'm working with just my shitty phone camera here. But there is a little bit of a green on the end there for the fangs to simulate that she's got poisonous fangs. But yeah, zooming in on the detail. She's got some really nice textured detail all throughout the figure. The purples are really nice. And then she goes barefoot, presumably. But really nice all round. She does have a peg hole here for a backpack of some kind, though I don't think she wears one. But just zooming back in on her cape here. She has this little gap in here, and this allows for the hood to come over, and then it gives her a hooded look. Very interesting hood, ain't gonna lie. Kind of reminds me of A Nightmare Before Christmas. And one thing that I do kind of like about these alternate head sculpts is you can pop both ponytails off. So if you want the shorter on the other head sculpt, you can. And if you want the sort of longer, which I prefer, I love this longer sort of flailed out ponytail look on this one, you can. Let's pop the, I don't know what would be the sort of more original look, whether she has this just shorter ponytail look throughout, if that's her original look, or if it's the sort of longer one and they just added this for variety. They did, but you can swap out the ponytails if you wish. But let's dive into some of her accessories. As you saw, she comes with a removable cape. I tend to just keep the cape on, just because I like caped figures and things like that. But yep, alternate head as well, as we've seen. She comes with these two snake sort of throwing discs. I don't know the proper term for these. So if any weapons guys want to fill me in the comment section below, that'd be greatly appreciated. But these are nicely detailed. They have some snake handles, and then this nice translucent pink sort of style. She does come with alternate hand sculpts. She has this green slime or slugs or something like that comes out. Maybe poison, I'm assuming. Some poison on the ends of her claws there. And then she has this, I don't know if that's supposed to be smoke or if it's like her flesh moulding into something on there, but she has some extended claws there as well. And then she has two fisted hands. And then obviously she comes with the default hands that are just trigger fingers on there as well. And then she comes with this weird clam creature thing. There's two of these. There's one with some tendrils and a bit more spiky. And then she has just this regular one that has like this weird fleshy maw in there. Again, I'm not up to the Cobra La point in the cartoons or in the movies, so I can't name these creatures or what they do or for at all. But then she also comes with this weird tri-eel snake creature thing. Some have open mouths, some don't. Then she has this weird creature that has a big open maw, some tendrils, some nice teeth detail. Definitely wouldn't like to be eaten by that. But presumably these come out of her flesh or they're part of her pets or something like that. Again, I don't know. And then she has this other crab turtle thing. Again, I don't know the names of this sort of this weird creature / pet thing, if they have names or things like that, but it's nice that they're included within this set. And then she comes with this big gem. Again, I don't know what this is used for in the cartoon, whether it's just some treasure thing or if it serves a specific purpose to like their weapon, like their big mass weapon they want to use or something like that. But it's nice. It's in this nice pink sort of gem colour, but it's nice that it's all included. But in terms of posability, she has a single ball joint at the head. I don't think she has one at the neck. Yep, I think she does. Mine's just, it's very tight in there, but I think she does have a ball joint in the neck. Butterfly joints are standard, and then at the shoulder joints, double pinless elbows, which is really nice, and then your standard wrist swivel and things like that. Her ponytail does have, because it pops in and out, you can move it and pose it should you wish. Ball joint at the torso and the waist. Again, mine's still a bit stiff. And then ball joints at the hips. It does have a thigh swivel, but it does break up the sculpt there. But it's still nice that it's included. Double knee, as always. And forward facing pin for rocker at the foot. So, fairly standard articulation that we've been seeing throughout G.I. Joe Classified. But I really am digging the Cobra La stuff. I believe all we are missing is Globulus now. I believe they've announced the Cobra La Royal Guard. So hopefully Globulus isn't too far behind. They seem to be doing these as convention exclusives for the main named characters. I believe the Cobra La Royal Guard is just going to be a single mainline deluxe release. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting at least 2 of those. And I'll be reviewing those on the channel as well. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like Cobra La? Is it sort of a bit of a hit and miss with you guys? But let me know in the comments section below. And as always, please like, comment and subscribe with a notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And I shall see you in the next video.